I want to take you inside an analytics program that we use. It actually provides us with data that's far, far beyond what Google Analytics gives you. And this is a aesthetics practice. It shows some data back in May when we began. And what we noticed was something not very good in the start. 94% of people were actually leaving the website in less than 10 seconds. So for all intents and purposes, nobody was staying on the site. And we had a hypothesis that people were leaving the site because they couldn't find what they needed very quickly and very easily. There was a procedure button in place, so someone would have to go to the site, click the procedure button, then scroll down to find what they needed. And that takes a lot of extra work, and people online just are not that patient. And as you can see by these numbers, 94% of people said it was too much work, they left. They're immediately on to the competitor's website at that point. You'll see some corresponding numbers here as well on the depth that people were basically visiting about one page of the site, 94% there as well. So definitely not good. What we did is we made a simple navigation change. We allowed people to visit any important page on the site within one click. So they could look at a Fraxel laser treatment, then they could look at some information about the doctor, then they might have got the idea in their head to look at laser hair removal, and they could do all of that easily and simply within one click. So halfway through June, we made that change, and you'll see the response was immediate as a total of June. 85% of people were now visiting one page. So we went from about 4% visiting one page to about 15% as a total for the month. And basically those numbers flip-flopped halfway through within about a day of making the change. So that's June as a total. You'll see 15% of people on the site visiting more than one page, and you'll see 15% of the people on the site staying for more than 10 seconds. So we're starting to get 3% of people on the site between 1 minute and 10 minutes, and previously those people were just gone. So July was the first month that we had the complete data with this new navigation change, and you'll see here the results are pretty startling. 40% of people were now staying on the site more than 10 seconds, and 13% of people were staying between a minute and 3 minutes, and almost another 10% were staying between 3 minutes to 10 minutes. So right there, that's 22% and change of people that were now on the site between 1 and 10 minutes, whereas when we first began, only about 5% of people were on the site for more than 10 seconds. So as you can imagine, the amount of inquiries and phone calls went up substantially. The people that called were much more well informed because they had already gone through the website. They had already looked at 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. They had read about the doctor, and at that point they were sold. Now the odd thing is that nothing else was changed on the site. It's still the same design, still the same pictures, still the same text. It's just a navigation change that made all the difference in the world. And you'll see here in July, a little less than 40% of people visited more than one page on the website. And again in August, so far you'll see the same data there, actually a slight bit better, but about 40% of people visiting more than one page, about 40% of people staying on the website more than 10 seconds. And so we actually have increased the amount of people staying on the site by a little less than a factor of 10, about a factor of 9, give or take. Phone calls clearly went up, inquiries went up, and again, nothing was changed except for the navigation. So the same traffic, same pictures, same everything. No major overhaul of the site, just making things simpler and easier. This is Paul from Clicks and Clients. If you'd like some more information, if you'd like us to take a look at your site, we'll share some ideas, what's worked previously with other clients. We'll actually show you the example of this client and the page so you can take that information, implement it yourself. The number to call is 866-819-4650. Thanks for watching.